Hello lovelies, welcome to a behind the scenes look at my 13 cosplays of Halloween that I did this spooky season 2025. Starting off with Iris from the movie Companion, one of my favorite movies of the year. This was my take on her two looks. Starting off, I wanted to make her headband, reusing this old plastic 90s headband I had and adding some pink ribbon to it to give the Iris look. From there, we are going to work on perfecting Iris's makeup look as best I can. Starting with the brows and then moving into her eyes and lips. Using my Mulan palette for this, as a lot of the peachy, sparkly colors were really fitting for Iris's makeup look. For her lips, I had to reshape my lips a little bit with liner and lipstick and gloss because the actress's lips are obviously different than mine. Now, I thought about filming some ASMR content outside for this look, but as you can hear, it was not the day for it. So instead we did cosplay looks inside and outside, and the ASMR video was inside as well. Try not to mess up the lipstick. Okay, so I finished the first bit of Iris. This is the fit. Better look of it outside. I'm so happy with it. I think it looks a lot like her. But now I have to do the bloody version. So I'm taking a break in front of the AC, and I gotta bloodify myself for the second bit of filming. Now the fun task of painting myself with blood to match the second half of Iris's look. When I'm doing bloody cosplay looks, I find it's better to either use a makeup brush or a paintbrush like this to apply it, instead of just pouring it along yourself. The only time I've really poured it on myself was for Carrie, and that was because it literally needed to look like the blood had been poured on her. It's easier to control, obviously, putting it on my skin and eventually down onto my shirt. Before shower to wash all my blood off. Companion Iris, probably one of my favorite movies of the year. You should watch it. And here was my Iris bloody version. Moving on to Maxine from the X movie series. My look was inspired by the first film. Alright, I'm gonna get ready for Maxine with skin prep and makeup and my hair and whatnot. And I'm gonna try and film this cosplay outside. A lot of X takes place outside, so I'm gonna try and shoot it outside. It's not too hot of a day, so. Please, you're coming for Maxine. Okay, I just finished filming Maxine outside. It is very deceiving today. It seems cooler, but it's really overcast, so it's super muggy. There's no wind. I'm roasting out here. Here's my axe. I'm really happy with my Maxine makeup and vibes. So now I gotta go film the ASMR video inside where it's cooler. I actually thought it would be cooler out here, but I was mistaken. Today truly was a deceiving day because it is so hot and I don't even have a wig on. Use my normal hair for this. Super easy peasy cosplay. Really just did, you know, the Maxine makeup and freckles, overalls, and what else? Oh, the axe and the cigarette were great props for Maxine. Second cosplay done for spooky. Now I just gotta edit it. But first a shower because it's about 600 degrees. I'm a little dramatic. I was really liking her blue eyeshadow look for this and the freckles I did for her. Next we go to October from the movie Stay Alive. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to cosplay October tonight from Stay Alive from 2006. Maybe not a lot of people know about this movie, but I loved this movie and I love October. So I was able to borrow a game controller, which is important for the character. I'm going to write down the prayer they have to do for the game to either use to practice it so I can memorize it or just like have it to look at. And then I gotta adjust my bangs here for the wig and the bangs and get the other pieces out, but overall it's a pretty easy cosplay, but I do need to do specific makeup and stuff like that. So I just finished the rewatch. I always want to rewatch the things before I cosplay them. But yeah, you're in the prepping stages of everything. Looks super harsh on my pale skin when I have no makeup on, but I'm trying to test the wig with the little bangs clip, and I might see if I need to trim any of it or how I'm gonna do that, but I think I got it to work how I wanted it to. So now makeup time. These clip-on bangs actually worked pretty good for these clip-on bangs ended up working really well for October's look, especially paired with the black wig that I already had. I gotta do the wig. Just finished filming October. I did without the headphones and then with the headphones and the controller, of course. For the video game vibes, such an important part of this character and the movie. So if you like video games and horror and you haven't seen Stay Alive, what are you doing with yourself? But a lot of people didn't talk about it in 2006 when it came out either, but I still love it, and October is one of my favorite horror characters, so here we are. And of course I did my makeup like October's and even added like Sophia's beauty mark just to give the vibe of the character. It was so fun bringing this character to life. I've literally loved her since I was like a preteen. Next we have the Grady twins from The Shining, and I wanted to do both twins, of course. So starting off, I was going to measure some of that pink ribbon again to have the little belt that the girls have. And I already had the dress, so it was a pretty easy cosplay to put together. For this look, I also used my real hair, and then I had this pink clip to put into that I thought kind of reminded me of the Shining twins. Okay, so I'm filming the Shining twins, the Grady twins, and I have to film everything in duplicates because I'm going to merge twin footage together, especially for the reels and stuff like that. So I'll show you a little bit behind the scenes where I'm like having to film everything twice, one on one side, one on the other. So in editing, I can put the two twins together because obviously I'm not a twin. Okay, so let's see.
Remember when you ran away? Remember when you ran away?
You know, my creepy child.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? No, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. Remember when you ran away and I got
1 and then twin 2. I'll have the axe with twin 2 on the other side.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I...
Hopefully it will come together in post, but this is how I figured to film the ghosty girls.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of...
Why do I keep losing my axe everywhere? What a problem to have. Did some eyeshadow, and now I'm doing some blood over the top for a couple shots. And that's all she wrote for the Grady twins before I go take a shower. And of course I split screened, and of course I edited the footage together so it looked like the two girls were in the same shot. Next up we have Chucky from the Child Plays series. Starting Chucky's makeup look. I love the version of Chucky that has the stitches, and I think it's kind of his coolest look, so I definitely wanted to match those stitch marks. I tried to do the placement with a liner first, matching the pictures that I had on my computer screen of Chucky, and then I went in to add the stitch detailing, some of the staples, and so on. And I did a little bit of a glam makeup look with it because my Chucky wanted to be pretty, of course. Alright, so makeup is done. Need to put the wig on. Got the sweater and the dress on. Was gonna do like a red fishnet moment. Can't find those, so I might do black. I honestly don't even know how much of my legs you'll see with this because it's a dress, but it does go above my knee. So just in case for some of the shots. Here's Chucky. I like it. It's a vibe. Okay, I gotta put my red wig on, and I might have to pin back the bangs because I don't want to hide the makeup look that I just did for, you know, broken Chucky. I'm trying to practice Chucky's voodoo spell and it's so many words. Oh, I'm gonna have to break it up and then I'll fix it with editing for the ASMR video because I really want to include it, but oh my god. It's not in English. Do-do-y dembula. Do-do-y dembula. Do-do-y dembula. Okay. Do-do-y dembula. Alright, that's Chucky. That's Chucky done. Wanna be my friend? Next up we have Alphaba from Wicked. For Alphaba, I ended up doing these green gloves and attaching the long nails onto them so I didn't have to put the nails on and off, which was much easier. Even though the gloves can be kind of difficult to work with, it was much easier than having to paint my hands green, which I despise, and dealing with the longer nails that I wanted for this look. still kind of drying, so I'm just doing a test on if the nails look right, because I put the nails on these for Alphaba. Alright, time to prep my skin for green Alphaba makeup. So I'll bring you along. Skin prep and some foundation to put a layer between the green makeup. Now we're going green. You're green? I am. The start of the green look. Now for most of my green characters, especially Alphaba, I use 2 different shades of green kind of face paint makeup. The lighter one and the darker one I have there. I like the combination of those colors together. It can also give a good highlight and contour option. But I love being green characters. It's one of my favorite and I do a lot of them, it feels like. After that, I do add on some powder to set that. And then I'm going to use some colored eyeshadow to enhance that green look, add in some of those contour and highlights that I mentioned, and just some more detailing of the green on my face. A lot of people ask if it's difficult for me to get the colorful looks off, and for me, not really. I do nice little skin prep and make sure my skin is moisturized. I do a layer of regular foundation as well, and then it comes off pretty easy in the shower. I just pop in the shower after these colorful looks, wash my face, and it's pretty much off. For Alphaba, I wanted to do kind of a green smoky eye, so I went in with a much darker green compared to my skin tone. And blend all the beautiful green shades together. Jump. For the lip color, I also did 2 different shades because Alphaba in the movie has this beautiful green ombre look. So clearly the lighter shade is in the middle, and then I lined with the darker color and blended those together. Hey, cooperate here. Dramatic, I swear. Ears were showing, so I definitely wanted to put in some green eyeshadow on my ear and blend the colors out. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my Alphaba makeup. I've done it a couple times now for cosplay and Halloween parties, and she is a lot of fun to cosplay. Alphaba is filmed. Ignore the pail. Took off my green gloves because I can't use my phone when the gloves are on, so. Alphaba's done. Next up we have Sookie Stackhouse from True Blood. It's makeup time. Get into it. Alright, just filmed Sookie Stackhouse. I did a little vampire back because I thought that would be cool. I got the Merlot shirt, and then I do have this new Merlot's apron with my shorts. Ta-da! Sookie. How many of you were around when I did my original Sookie video where my hair was actually partially blonde? Now it's a wig. So yeah, ta-da! This is the Sookie Stackhouse cosplay. That's done. And here we are. I read all the Sookie books this year, so I wanted to definitely cosplay Sookie for Halloween. I just took my wig off. Look at this. That's not good. Next up we have Casey Becker from the Scream movies. Well, the Scream movie. Base coat makeup before I start doing the other bits, although this is a very minimal makeup here for Casey Becker from Scream. So I'm just going to Drew Barrymore myself. I'm actually going to film this in my kitchen, like her character, so hopefully the shoot will turn out right, because it's obviously not in my office where I have like more control of the lighting and stuff like that, but I think it's going to be cool and spooky. So Casey. I am filming some inside and outside for Casey. It's about midnight, or actually it might be closer to 1 a.m. at this point. So I'm going like in the house, out the house, for different shots for Casey Becker. It's not raining tonight, so I thought it was a good time to film this Scream cosplay. Enjoy just a bit of behind the scenes of setting up the shots, outdoors and indoors, going back and forth, in and out to set up the shots. Dance break. Next we have Carmilla. Now this is a book character. There's been a few movie adaptations, but I was basing it off the book. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to set up tonight's filming. I'm going to use this brick background, and I'm going to do a little like table thing to the side of me, I think, for tonight's cosplay. My voice, so sexy. Even though I don't like when I have to turn the heat on, it does always feel quite amazing, especially when I sound like this. The joys. This necklace, beautiful. I'm still in my pajamas, but makeup is done. I gotta put the dress and the wig on, but this necklace was custom made for me for my senior prom. I love this dress so much. It's so pretty. I'm cosplaying Carmilla. It's from a book, and I think there's been a couple different movie adaptations, but this book predates Dracula, so I really liked it. I've read 2 versions of it this year, so I decided I wanted to cosplay my interpretation of Carmilla. So, and to do some blood shots. It is a vampire character, right? I'm kind of in love with this whole look and how it turned out, my interpretation of Carmilla. Blood on my face. Next, we have Elizabeth Sparkle from the movie The Substance, another one that I loved. So I got some of these posters for both Elizabeth and Sue that'll go on my backdrop for the 2 Substance looks, just to bring part of the movie into it. Okay, we got those up. Should be seen okay if I stand here mostly. My office is so messy. Okay, let's try to age myself a little bit. I don't think you would think that this cosplay would be very toasty, but it is. These gloves are super thick. It's a velvet dress, the wig, the makeup, all those things. I have my little Sue and Elizabeth posters behind me. This is the first look, the first Demi Moore look. Then we're gonna go a little bit more drastic here in a second. But I gotta mess up my red lipstick first. Behind the scenes for Elizabeth Sparkle. She has these gold earrings on in this look. But guess what? Couldn't get the earring in that side, so we're hiding it with the wig. Behind the scenes. But look, there's one. One. Okay, I gotta smash some lipstick across my face. I need to make sure I have all the shots on this look first. So right now I'm setting up to like basically smear this lipstick across my face. And I'd love to do it in one shot because it's red lipstick and it's gonna be fun to clean up. So I'm gonna have it going both of these cameras to see what I might edit it for, because it's like kind of a huge part of the scene that this outfit is from. So that's where we're at. I'm also wondering if I have enough. Okay. Pray for me. Okay, so now I have to get this off my face. Obviously just in general, but doing the next look for Elizabeth Sparkle, but does not include red lipstick everywhere, but I think that looked okay. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to, oh yeah, there's stuff everywhere. The next makeup look. For the aged Elizabeth look, I used some liquid latex to kind of add those wrinkles and kind of freckled skin, if you will. Yummy. Alright, I think that's a wrap on Elizabeth Sparkle. Both versions. Do I like my old face? Okay, so most of the old age stuff here is liquid latex, like piled on, and then obviously with makeup on top of it. So I'm gonna try and just peel it off and then, you know, wash my face, take a shower, all that stuff. But usually I don't have any problems with removing it, but we'll see. And now time to pull off that liquid latex and my aged face. Alright, so just finished the cosplay bits for Theo Crane, which is from The Haunting of Hill House, one of my favorite shows. I think I matched the scene outfit pretty well. I'll like insert here, but the gloves, the top, and the pants, it looks similar to me. And it's actually one of my favorite episodes of the show too, that I did the cosplay from. So, now I gotta do the ASMR bit. This is one of those cosplays that's like super simple and probably won't be as popular because it's a lesser known character, but I love the character and the show so much. It's for me. For me. And And that is my Theo Crane look. I love The Haunting of Hill House. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Not only is it a spooky show, but it's super heartfelt and will probably make you cry, but I watch it every year. Then we have Remick from the movie Sinners, another fantastic movie from this year. Picking out some alphabet nails that I have left over. Need to attach the nails to these gloves from my next cosplay, but I need to paint them first because they're not alphabet green for that character, but was just picking the sizing. Went ahead and painted them kind of a neutral tone for his long freaking fingernails and glued them to these gloves as well. And I really wanted him to have like the extended nail look that you see towards the end of the film. Okay, so tonight's cosplay is a little bit complicated for filming. I'm trying to organize the audios that I need to do and the order of them. So basically, this cosplay will consist of like the regular look and the bloody look. It will also consist of filming in my office and filming outside. So I need to organize everything so that I know which things need to be filmed normal inside, normal outside, and then bloody inside, bloody outside, so that I stay organized while filming the cosplay. So that's what I'm doing right now, is organizing the order of things. Look one of Remick before we bloodify this vampire. Just pop my teeth out, and now I got to bloodify myself for the second part of Remick. Actually quite chilly outside. Glad I had gloves on, but still quite chilly, especially when you have partially wet blood on you. Yeah. Brr. Now I gotta do stuff inside. I gotta touch up the blood though, because I feel like it just like, it doesn't stay as long as I would like. Hello. It is blood touch-up time. Because it kind of disappeared a little bit when it dries down. Especially on my neck there. Kind of vanished. Even the shirt kind of dries down a little bit, doesn't it? Just add a little bit of freshen up for the last little bit that I gotta film. And then it's shower time, clearly. Okay, now to delicately take my gloves off so you don't pop the nail off. So many details. Okay, I think that shoot went really good. I did outside and inside stuff. So yeah, there is Remick from Sinners. If you have not seen Sinners, what are you doing with your life? If you like vampires, it's just a beautiful movie. And then if you like vampire stuff, top 3 vampire movies for me. It's amazing. Then we move on to Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. She is the last of the 3 sisters for me to cosplay. Have to kind of hide the brows a bit with Winifred. Time to film Winifred. I had a very bad day, so I'm hoping Sanderson sisters will make me feel better. You can't really help but kind of do her little pout when you do your lipstick like this, so it works out when you're trying to mimic the character. I think I have finished the cosplay bits, and now to film Winifred's ASMR video. Alright, this is the last cosplay for Halloween season 2025, Winifred. I had a lot of fun with this one and improved my mood because I had a horrible day. So, Winnie to the rescue. I've now officially done all 3 Sanderson sisters. At some point I will get into all 3 looks and do like a combined big video, I think. I have to, but I ran out of time this year. So, happy Halloween. All 3 sisters are super fun to become, I guess you could say, but Winifred has always been my favorite. So, last but not least, thank you so much for watching and supporting my 13 cosplays of Halloween this year. I would love to know who your favorite was of 13 characters. Hope you enjoyed this little behind the scene look, and I will see you in the next video.